That was one of the reasons I wanted to take my life. They know him. Today he's leading other children, leading other young people out of it. There is hope for us. Amen. If you're going through that, don't quit. But you know what I talked about as living fake lives, living lies. Because I would want you to look at Dr. Penny and think she's all said, she's all done, she's all cooked. I am not. I talked about a broken woman. You are here, you are a broken woman, you are a broken man, but you are hiding. You are spending all your energy covering that. Instead of looking for help, we're using the energy covering it up and hiding, using our resources, not getting help, but covering it up. Wake up. Stop worrying what people are going to say about you once they discover what you're dealing with. Worry about how do you get help. She's there. And many others. Every community now, we have a lot of resources among us. Some of us global. I am a global therapist. I have therapy. I have clients from Kenya. I have clients in UK. I have clients. I have a client in Guatemala. Why are you suffering in hiding? Because you're worried what people are going to say. It's your life. You hide, you die, we bury you, we move on. We bury you, you leave your children suffering, and the people you think are going to laugh at you, they move on with their lives. Am I talking? Yeah. I come in peace. Please rise up. Worry about you and stop worrying about what I'll say. We've done enough of covering. You know our brother somewhere. Alcoholism, drug addiction, depression, stress. All because we are worried about what others are going to say. Amen. The relationship you have with your family is a lot more important because that is what we outlast. We're busy, and I say this as one who knows what doubles and triples are. Because that is what I have done in this country since 2000. That is how I got into school at the age of 56 and did all the way to my PhD. It's not fun. It's not fun. I honor anyone here who is raising children in this country, going to school, raising your cousins and your brothers back in Kenya. Kudos to you. Because when you wake up and find a WhatsApp message asking you for 300 shillings, 10,000 back home, your mother, your father, nobody knows what you're going through, but we know each other. But instead of knowing each other and helping each other, I'm still using my Bible. Don't think, what is she doing with her Bible? And what is she saying? This is relevant and what I'm saying. Because the Bible is telling us, come, let us reason together. Love on each other. Charity begins at home. That's what I am doing. I have my Bible and I'm using this. There comes a time when we have to deal with the practical issues in our lives, and that's what I am doing. We don't talk about these things often enough. We can come and say to Kutendereza as much as we want, but there is a thorn in the flesh that we are not addressing. Drunkenness, drug addictions in our community, stress and depression are permanent because we keep on pushing them under the carpet. How much time do I have, my brother? Please flag me out because I can do it the whole day. But flag me out a lot. I will respect that. I don't want to keep you longer than, but these are topics that we need to address. Because life is real. This is one way of loving one another. Why is it that when we lose one another, and correct me if I am wrong, when one person dies in this community, is this church not full? When we are coming to do Maombolezi? Are we talking? Because I know that's what we do in Birmingham, where I come from. This place would be full. We raise 20,000 from people. We always raise, I know we raise between $20,000 and $30,000. And that time we will. But if I tell you that my brother, if I tell you that my son is in a psych unit and I need for us to raise 10,000, you will not raise. What do you say? Wachana na hiyo ni ya kujitakia. Why won't you help me when I am in a hospital? Why won't you help me when I have had surgery? Why do you have to wait to give me that 30,000 when I'm in a casket? Challenge. Why are you sending me back home in a casket of 30,000 when you can help me to live alive and continue being a contributing member of this community? Are we talking? Why are we helping our younger sons and daughters, sending them back home or burying them wherever we are burying them here? That little girl behind there is being left in your hands, in my hands. I don't want that. Are we talking? Yes. We are leaving young widows and widowers and young orphans in our communities in places where we could have done something and saved our young sons and daughters. We don't talk to them when we know they are depressed, and we could talk to them, and we, instead of asking them what's going on, can I help you? We are going behind them and asking, umesikia? Siku hizi ni kunywa tu, ni kupigana tu wanapigana. All they are doing is fighting. All they are doing is drinking. Do you know that Dr. Penny is on drugs? Who tells you I couldn't be on drugs? I could be on alcohol as well. As old as I am. Why? Because I am a human. I could be going on in trouble. Let me tell you something. Let me own up to something. Between 1st of October last year and the 1st of January, I was in a hole where I felt suicidal. They are my witnesses. Sometimes I say, let me use me as a guinea pig for you, so that I can tell you life is real. The prayers of these two ladies and my children is what causes me to be standing here today. What about you? Life is real, pain is real. Help me out, pray for me, talk to me. Don't come and give me flowers. Don't come and put flowers on my graveyard. Give me those flowers today. Please let me smell those roses today. Love on me when you can. There are many people among you here, even in this group. We always say as therapists, my sister Michelle, 1 out of 5 people, you will not believe it. This is my statement. 1 out of 5 of you here is depressed. Go think about that. Look at each other. Hakuna mtu atasema ndio. And you may not even know it. That is why you are acting out. That is why you are shouting at your children. You end up slapping your child carelessly. You end up responding to your spouse angrily for no reason. Your spouse has become the scapegoat for your anger. You go to work, somebody says a word and they have done nothing. Really, when you think about it, when you're sober, why did I even respond to Jane or John like that? Anybody who has gone through that, when you backtrack yourself, you realize that, jamani, I should not have responded the way I did. Just a piece of paper ukarata, umewacha kalamu hapa. And you go back 2 minutes ago, it is there. Who moved my pen? Who moved my cheese? Who has read that book? Who moved my cheese? We're killing each other for nothing. Spousal killings. Child killing. Childhood trauma is on the increase. We are raising children who are traumatized. And then at 34, somebody comes to my office and I'm asking them, help me understand, why are you suicidal? Or they go down the memory lane and they tell you something that happened. I have my own trauma from the age of 5. Not yours, but mine. I have my own issues that have followed me from the age of 5. What about you? I want you to go down the memory lane yourself for your own sake. What is it that you carry that has haunted you, that you have been carrying, and the Lord is telling you, come unto me. Matthew 10:28, I think so, somewhere there, but let me quote it and you can look for it. Come unto me, all of you that are heavily laden, and I will give you rest. Not because of the dollars, not because of the shillings, but because of the blood of Christ. Come unto me, all of you that are heavily laden, not because of your mother, not because of your father, but I'll give you rest, I'll give you peace. And then Jesus knew his disciples. They had worked so hard. You people worked so hard, triples and doubles. For me to be able to come to make this trip, I had to get some extra hours. Call it what it is. It's the reality of life. Overtime. You're doing overtime to make time to make an extra dollar, to be able to fulfill your dreams. How many of you have dreams? I have dreams. Please don't stop dreaming. At 77, I'm dreaming. Big things. Big things, and there are things I'm telling them, God, in your mercy, don't take me out before I do ABCD with my grandchildren. Please, in your mercy, help me. Fulfill this for me. Please don't stop dreaming. But with dreams comes commitment. With dreams comes hard work. God is able. And our God is a promise keeper. Our God is a promise keeper. Do not give up. But also, remember you have only one life. Life is a balance. You have only one life. Balance yourself. Take care of yourself along the way. Remember the relationships. Nurture your relationships. How are you relating with your children as you walk this life? Because I was sharing with my granddaughter, who is the third one, who is now 19. Balance. Life is a non-revolving door. Once you enter into this door, you cannot go back. Make use of today, because there's no going back and redoing it again. Please work on today like you don't have a tomorrow. You cannot do it, go back and do it. How are you relating with your children on a daily basis? What words are you telling them? I did not hear the word, I love you. Who are you telling I love you? Why are you ashamed of telling your 20-year-old son, I love you? By telling them that today, because our sons are the ones who suffer from that. I am a mother of 3. And when I learned that and I started telling my sons, I was told you're messing their mentality. Why is it hard to tell our sons we love on them? Why is it hard? Why is it bad to tell our sons that you have permission to cry if you're hurting? Our sons are men, are broken. Go ahead and cry. What is the shame? Why is it that when we lose a mother or a father, that we women are allowed to grieve and cry and do what grieving people do? But I'm telling my brother, Kangumu, you are not a stone. You have emotions, you have feelings, you are broken just as I am. Why are you behaving like a stone? And by behaving a stone, you're telling a little boy to be a stone also. And then when he starts beating up on his sister, you're telling him he's behaving like an animal. You're making that animal by the way you treat him on a daily basis. So what we are practicing on a daily basis is the way we are making people, including our daughters. And then now we are telling our daughters, you know what, you have to be we are hardening them as they grow. The language we are using on them, the way we are treating them, we are barely hugging our children. We are too busy making money, and then by the time you come back home, somebody told me when I came here in 2008, and actually it was my mother who reminded me, Wachiru, you have taken your children to the US with you, the younger two. You used to love on them, you had time with them, you sat with them, you read the Bible with them in the evening. Now I hear you are barely home. Utawatafuta. wamezoea kukaa peke yao. Utarudi nyumbani ukute wako lakini hawako. Watakuwa wanakuona wanakaa in one corner, they are sitting in one corner, and I know you are very emotional. You are soon going to need them, but they will not be needing you, so you will be looking for them, but they will not need you. Are we talking?
Yes.
What we are setting is what we are going to find when we need to go back, and there they will be hardened. Are we hardening people? That's why we are talking nurturing our relationships, but being intentional. What do I want out of a person? What am I planting? Well, I want to be this stoic person, so hard on everybody. One who never makes mistake because I'm the ruler of the house. I cannot say I'm sorry because I'm the authority in the house, but I expect my child to say sorry. I expect my spouse to say I'm sorry. I expect my work, and that is where, even for the people who work for us, you have a gas station, you have people who are working with you, but the authority, you are the authority in such a big way that to you they are almost like this pen. You use them, you put them in a corner, and you wake up in the morning, you find them in that corner, you use them. Masters, and ye masters, do the same things as unto them, forbearing, threatening, knowing that your master also is in heaven, neither is there respect of persons with him. But most of all, it is reminding us that with goodwill, doing service as unto the Lord. What are we doing? Are we working as unto the Lord? Are we raising our children as unto the Lord? Are we caring for our families as unto the Lord, knowing that they are in our lives for a season? Whether it is raising our family, are we raising them as unto the Lord? Whether it is embracing the person that God has brought into my life, and I know from my own experience that family relationships can be a blessing or very, very traumatizing. Yes, they are. But what part have I played? Yes, I'm being traumatized, but what is my part? I always say that it takes two to tango, it takes two to dance. What part have I played? I can go on and on and on, but I hope I have touched something. I hope I have opened a can of worms, I'll put it that way. I hope I have touched on some points that will give you some things to think about. Let's get out of our comfort zone and admit that there is work to be done. We're in the diaspora community where people back home look at you and say, oh, Wajiro, Otieno, Macau, they're out there in the US, they're making money. When they write you in the morning, when they wake, it's almost like they look at the clock and their timing, so that when you wake up in the morning, before you take your cup of coffee is, I need money. And so they are so strategic. With all good respect, they are my brothers, they are your brothers, they are your parents. But I'm also asking us, how we also become enablers. Are we talking?
Yes.
Have we become enablers also? Sometimes I want to be a devil's advocate. Because have we put them on a pedestal where we are encouraging them to stop working because you're working? What about those who don't have anybody in the US? Are they not living? And then when you go home, hey Wachiro, Auntie so-and-so or cousin so-and-so has 3 buildings that they are renting. You don't even have a plot. But instead of building those plots, you've been educating her children, you help them build those plots. So your priorities were elsewhere. The money you would have used to build your own rental homes, you give to them. But they are the same people who are going to challenge you. And I'm not saying you don't give them money. I'm still preaching. But I'm asking us, take care of the Lord's temple. You are the Lord's temple, and God is not going to ask you how you were educated so and so, but He's going to ask you, what did you do with Wajiro? You are the first talent. Are we talking?
Yes.
I think I'm asking us to change our paradigm and remember that when we go, He's not even going to ask you, I'm Mama Joroge, what did you do with Joroge? What did you do with Mobi? He's going to ask me first, what did you do with Wanjiru? This is the first talent. And then go to Njoroge and Mobi. What about, who are you, Mama so-and-so? Who are you, sister to so-and-so? Let's not start from outside, inside. Let's start this. But I think we have all prepared a very confused scenario for people, to an extent where people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that is why then when in the end you end up depressed, because you feel unfulfilled. You end up complaining, I'm misused. Who misused who? You set the pace. I'm asking us to go back to the drawing board. Prioritize yourself. No, prioritize God and then you, and show people that you are not a superhero. As a mother, as a wife, as a husband, you are not a superhero, you are God's masterpiece. Remember we said we are not I am not a showcase. I am a masterpiece. And God is asking me to take care of that masterpiece, and you take care of the masterpiece. Come, let us reason together, reason with God, reason with your relationships. Take care of your relationships. Charity begins at home. I can go down the memory lane reminding us. I hope you took some notes. If I go down what I have said, I may confuse.